Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Dr. Sleep. Not that you need me to review this movie for you. 46,000 other people have viewed it so far, or have rated it on IMDb at a 7.5. So it's a sequel to The Shining, which is, Jack Nicholson, and this is his son, their son Danny, in the movie, who had The Shining, is returning decades later, I don't know. We'll see what happens from here. It's 2 hours and 26 minutes long. I'm going to do my best and make it through this one. I thought about watching The Shining again, but I don't know if we need to. So let's see what happens. I'll get into it a little bit, tell you what it's about, and then ultimately tell you what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Dr. Sleep. We're at the 1 hour, 10 minute, and 52 second mark. Just close to halfway through. And Ewan McGregor is our main character here, which I think I forgot to mention. Not that that's that important, but he is the kid from The Shining, and he has the shine. What can he do? He can see the future, is what his power. But that's what this movie is more about than The Shining. If you remember The Shining, it was Jack Nicholson just going crazy, right? For most part, and a lot of scary images. This is a completely different movie. This is way different than what I expected it to be. And maybe I don't know. But this movie is more about him and how he has this ability. And there's other people out there who have these abilities, which they call the shine. And there's people who have clairvoyancy. Right? Maybe that's what he has. I don't know. Where they can see the future. There's people who can talk, get in people's minds, read minds, those kinds of things. And it's more like that. It's like a group of not superheroes, but people with powers that don't know the other people exist, and they're all coming together, kind of thing. So, and behind it all, there is this cult of people who are trying to take the steam, it's called. So all these people have steam in them, and they inhale the steam, and I think it keeps them young and keeps them going, kind of like Mother Gothel in a sense. But that's what it's really about. So these cult people are trying to capture these other people with the shine so that they can get their steam and stay young, is, I think, the basis of this entire movie. And that's what it's about. So we have Ewan McGregor's character, who is now, it's many years now since the actual Shining movie, and it's showing where he's gone after that movie and what he's grown up to be. He becomes an alcoholic for a little bit, like his father, but then gets past that. But now he's speaking with this other girl, a young girl, who has the shine, and they're communicating back and forth, and the cult is trying to find her, essentially, because she has the shine. They're trying to find anybody, but they seem to be connected, and so now we'll see where it goes from here. That's really what it's about, which is very interesting to me. Very different than what I thought it was going to be, but still very interesting. So I'll get back to it. Now you have a better idea what the plot is. Not really about The Shining. Well, it is about The Shining, but not really about what the movie was about, the original one, but more about other things. So I'll be back in a little bit if anything interesting happens. If not, I'll see you at the credits and give me my final thoughts. So stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Dr. Sleep, and I enjoyed it. I have to admit that I didn't read either of the novels. Obviously, there was the first novel, and then there was a sequel novel that I did not read. Didn't read either one of them, but I saw the original Shining. I think I remember what it was about, but I had no idea about this one, and I had assumed coming into this that this was just a made-up movie, which it is, but it's made up based on the novel that followed The Shining, and I had no idea what to expect. And as I had mentioned before, if it hasn't been obvious, it wasn't what I expected. Like I said, it's a lot different than the original movie, and it takes until like the last 30 minutes for it to really kind of connect. I mean, sure, we're following Danny around, who was in the first Shining, and you know, you kind of understand that connection. But really, to see the same things that we kind of saw in the first one, it takes until the last 30 minutes of the film. Then it all, you know, comes out. And not to get into too many details. So, again, different than what I thought, but still interesting. I think it's a movie it could stand on its own. You know, there are pieces, again, towards the end that maybe it helps when you see the first one. But for the first 2 hours, it's a movie that can stand on its own and you can enjoy it for what it is. And that is part of the area of opportunity for me. 2 hours and 26 minutes, I'm going to say. Way too much, I think, for this one. Wasn't needed. I think 2 hours would have done good. Not that you cut out the last 26 minutes or the last 30 minutes of the film. Just move it forward a little bit and cut out a little bit in the middle. You know, I thought way too much. Way too much. And I want to elaborate on some of the things that I thought, but I'll save it for you. You check it out. I liked it. Probably 6 or 7-ish. Obviously not nearly as good as the first one. But, you know, still a fun film to watch. It doesn't have those images so much that stay in your head from the first one. There are some, don't get me wrong, but it's not done as well as that. Like, I shouldn't say as well as that it sticks in your head kind of thing. Still, their images are done well, but not the part where when you close your eyes tonight you're going to see them kind of thing. So, and I like Ewan McGregor. I thought he was pretty good. The girl, that little girl, I thought she did a pretty good job, and you know, that's really it. I think you have to, how about this? Go into it thinking it's a completely different movie, and I think that'll help. If you go into it thinking, hey man, this is The Shining 2, and you're about to meet the same kind of movie with the same acting quality and all that kind of stuff, that's not what you're getting here. It's a completely different movie, in my mind, and if you go in with it with that and be like, okay, and you can dedicate 2 hours and 26 minutes, you might enjoy this one, at least for a little bit. I did. So, there you go. That's all I got for you. Check it out. Let me know what you thought. Love to hear your thoughts. And thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.